to Happy Mind TV, a place where happiness and mindset meet, and you will leave feeling happier and more enriched and empowered to take on your day and your week with simple strategies that you can put into action right now. So, my name is Samantha Hearne and I am your host of Happy Mind TV, and we are here for series and episode number 2 around how to build a business when you have a full-time job. And this is so important. Episode 1 was all around your mindset, and this episode is all around strategies, implementation and taking action. So when you have a full-time job and you're trying to build a business, of course there are things that will be difficult. There will be challenges along the way, there will be struggles, there will be things that are much more difficult than it would be if you worked for yourself full-time already. And of course there are things that hold us back. And I want to give you some examples and simple top tips that you can use, actionable implementing tips to take forward from today and start seeing an impact. So, I just want to take you back and remind you of why I'm doing this. I have built my business whilst working full-time as a teacher. And only now in my second year of business is it not my full-time job, and I am not a full-time teacher, and I am now living the dream and I'm building my empire. I have a podcast, I have a Happy Mind TV, I have sunshine moments. So every single week an email goes straight to your inbox to give you a slice of sunshine. If you aren't already involved in that, all of the links are there so you can click and enjoy. You've got sunshine moments, you have the podcast, you have the YouTube, Instagram, my Facebook group, my business page, my book. There are so many things that I have created whilst working full-time and continue to grow and evolve since leaving my full-time job. So I just really want to remind you that with the correct mindset and implementation and strategies, things are possible and you can make this happen. 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 Who can make this happen? You can! You can make this happen for yourself. So, some strategies. Number 1, social media. You need to know and be very crystal clear about where you're going to show up on social media. And I want to give you a few hints for this. If you try and show up on too many platforms too soon, you will spread yourself too thin and you won't make the impact you want to. So for example, I started with a Happy Mind. That was my business. I started with a Happy Mind on Instagram. So Instagram was my platform. Instagram. You might choose LinkedIn or Twitter, YouTube, wherever you start, but I started with Instagram and I focused on Instagram constantly. I was on Instagram every single day. Instagram, all the time. I was commenting, I was connecting, I was sharing, I was posting, I was being consistent. I was always on Instagram sharing content. Only when I reached maybe 1,500 followers-ish did I create my Facebook group. And I thought, actually, I want to be able to talk to people more. So I created a Facebook group. And I showed up in my Facebook group as well as my Instagram daily. And you have to know when you're thinking about these strategies and social media, it's a big commitment. And bearing in mind you have a full-time job, how are you going to show up on all of these platforms and make an impact? So you need to be really clear about the platforms you are showing up on, and that will depend on your business. If your business is around coaching, connecting, being around people, relationships, you need to be on a social platform like Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, a place where your people will be connecting with you. If you are creating a business around products and services and programs, you might want to be on Pinterest because that's a place that people might be searching for things and researching things and articles and top tips and hints. It might be LinkedIn because you want to go down a corporate avenue. You have to decide where you're going to show up and only show up there consistently and 110%. For example, I would post on Instagram once a day, every day, and spend about an hour commenting and liking on other people's so that they knew I was a real person and I genuinely wanted to make connections. Sometimes I could spend up to 2 hours, even more so, to be honest with you. And even now, I dedicate at least half an hour a day to Instagram, to comment back to people that have commented on my posts, to connect with people, to share, to comment on new people's pictures that I really resonate with. I also probably spend at least half an hour, 45 minutes in my Facebook group, commenting, replying, getting to know, sharing posts, doing lives, whatever it might be. So you have to be very clear about social media. Where are you going to show up and where are you going to commit? Then comes the next part. You have to be consistent on that platform. People need to know what you are doing, what you are talking about, and why they need to come back. So whichever platform you are going to be on consistently, people need to know a reason to come back. So social media, number one, you need to choose a platform that you are going to show up on consistently and relentlessly daily. Then you need to decide, how can you create this consistency and need for people to come back? Are you going to ask them questions? Are you going to do weekly lives, weekly polls, weekly top tips, weekly stories, daily advice, strategies? What are you going to do that means people will want to come back and connect with you? You need to start building relationships. The second part of implementation is all around the journey. How are you taking someone on a journey with you? If you only have this one platform, how are you taking them on a journey through that platform? And this is where you'd want to evolve and grow with your business and also your community and creating these connections. So how are you taking them on a journey? How are you taking them on a journey? And it could be that you are taking them from an Instagram post to a link in your bio. From the link in the bio, they go to an email list, or they go to your website. From your website, they go to your story and read all about you. From your story, there's a bit at the bottom that takes them to a link that says, come and talk to me. And then they go into an email system. Whatever it is, you need to think about the journey you're taking them on. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. For me, I started with Instagram. I then created my group and I talked constantly about my Facebook group. Facebook group. Come to a Happy Mind Facebook group. If you're not in a Happy Mind Facebook group, I hope you go there now. Have you joined? You need to join a Happy Mind Facebook group. What are you waiting for? So I would say from Instagram, join my Facebook group, join my group, because I go live every Friday and Sunday. So they had a reason to come there. Because I go live in my group every Friday and every Sunday, they have a reason to come there. So they go from Instagram to my group. Once they're in my group and they connect with me live, that's when I talk to them about other things, whether it be my workshop, whether it be my website, whether it be my sunshine moments, which I have now, and that's what I talk about on this YouTube. And on my YouTube channel, I'm able to give you enriching content, empowering content, share my journey with you, give you advice and top tips, talk to you about what I'm doing next, talk to you about Sunshine Moments, my podcast, my book, talk to you about what's happening in the business and with my coaching. I can do all of those things now because I have taken my community and my amazing women on a journey. They've followed me on Instagram, they've joined my group, they've bought my book, they've bought my online course, they've worked with me as a coach, they've now subscribed to my YouTube channel, they listen to my podcast every single Tuesday on their way to work. I have built that journey, but that journey has been a gradual process and an organic one. So after I built my Facebook group, the next big thing that I did was create my podcast. So you can see, you can expand and come on different platforms, but the only way you can do that is if you are consistent and relentless about showing up on one platform before you move to the next. You have to see growth and connection, and organic growth and connection, and real connections with people. It can't just be likes from nobody that comments and talks to you. You need to have real life engagement with these people, real energy. Once you start to see that, then you can take them somewhere else, and they will come because they trust you, they like you, and they know you. So of course they want to come to the next platform. So number one, choose your social media and be there constantly. Number two, start to think about the journey you can take them on. Where can you take them with you? And number three, give. Give, and then give some more. If you are willing to give, to show what you have, to show your knowledge, to show your love, to show your energy, to show your passion, to show that you are there for them, they will not give back. And a business is about connection, especially now with social media the way it is. And it's all about you being willing to give and serve and make an impact without the need of anything from them. You need to show them that you trust them and that they matter to you. So whether that is a free ebook, a free challenge, a free live series, an Instagram challenge, a giveaway, a competition, an accountability series, whatever it is that you are going to do, you need to create something for free that allows your community and your connections with people to go from one platform to a journey, to learning something from you, to being enriched by you, to being empowered by you. And if it's a product that you are trying to create and build, giving free giveaways, sharing that product, talking about the product, giving them advice about the product, whatever it might be, you have to be willing to create and give before you start to try and sell or promote or do anything like that. You have to be willing to give and serve your community. So, implementation, they are the three things that I would say initially you need to start thinking about, planning out, writing down, looking at the journey, which platforms you want to show up on, how you're going to show up every single day, what are you going to give to your community and to your audience, what are you going to give them. Once you've done that, there'll be another video which goes along with this series, and there'll be so much more to give. But ultimately, if you are trying to build a business and you have a full-time job, you can do this. It is possible and it is doable. But the only way you're going to be able to do that is by the first video all around mindset, and this video all about thinking about where you're showing up, how you're showing up, and what you're doing when you are there. What are you giving? What are you sharing? And how are you empowering, enriching, okay? So I want you to let me know in the comments which platform you are showing up on and how. Where are you? What's your name? What's your handle? So that I can come and connect with you and give you feedback and look at what you're doing and share and support you. So in the comments you might put Instagram at A Happy Mind. You might put Facebook group, A Happy Mind. You might put iTunes podcast, A Happy Mind. You might choose YouTube, A Happy Mind TV. You might choose email, sunshine moments. These are all things that I do now. So I want to know where you are. Where are you showing up? What platforms? What's your name? What's your business? What are you doing? And let's make this something we can do together and something you can start to conquer together so that you master that platform, and that social media platform becomes your hub. It becomes your way of growing, evolving, and actually expanding your business. It becomes your favorite place to share and promote and sell. And that will only happen if you start to master and conquer. So I really hope you have found this useful, and it's started to actually break this down in more depth for you about strategies and what you can put in place. I would absolutely adore you to like and subscribe to A Happy Mind TV if you haven't done so already. And I really hope this has helped you feel happier and more enriched and left you with some real nuggets that you can take forward, and again in under 15 minutes. Yay! So like, subscribe, get involved with this channel, comment and let me know where you are and what you're doing and what your name is for your business, your handles, and share this with anyone that you think will really benefit from this video and starting to think about implementation in your business. I can't wait to see you on another episode of Happy Mind TV. See you next time.